Hey you guys, this is Mahanvi here. Thanks for tuning in. You're listening to fourth episode of my podcast, Let's Introspect. And before moving further, I just want to thank all the listeners who have shown love and support to the previous three episodes. Guys, your comments, your lovely comments just make my day. So thank you so much. Also, guys, if any of you is listening to my podcast on iTunes or Apple Podcasts, then please consider my giving my podcast rating over there. It would mean a lot. So yeah, let's talk about today's episode. So in today's episode I'm going to talk about heartbreak. Yes, I have been through a heartbreak 4 years ago, and trust me, it is the worst kind of a feeling, and you feel like shit when you go through heartbreak. It just completely shatters you. I mean, I have been through a very difficult period of my life. I'm not gonna share my heartbreaking or love story over here, but yes, I'm gonna tell you the things, the lessons which I learned only after a heartbreak. And if you have been through a heartbreak, then you will resonate with me so much. But if you haven't, you might learn so many things. So yeah, without any further ado, let's just get into it. So the first thing that I learned only after a heartbreak is that, I now know what I want in a person, what I want in a partner, what I want in a relationship. Because when you are in a relationship with someone, you just get blind in love, and especially when it's your first love, when it's your first relationship, you kind of ignore the red flags, you kind of ignore so many traits when you are head over heels in love with someone. So similar thing happened with me. But when you broke up, then you realize that, oh my god, you were ignoring so many things. So if I take my example, my ex used to make big promises. Mahanvi, you are this and that, I will do this for you, I will do that for you, I will do this and that. Those big promises that your partner do when you are in a relationship. So yeah, that kind of promises. And I was like so blind in love, I was just head over heels with him. So I used to feel so pampered and so good when he used to make such promises to me, because I used to rely on these promises. And I just kept on trusting him, whatever he used to say. But I realized after the breakup that, oh my god, he never acted on upon those promises. Whatever he used to say, he never acted, man. I mean, वो होता है ना, आप बोल देते हो बट आप उस पर एक्शन नहीं लेते हो, आप करते ही नहीं हो, तो वो वाली चीजें. So when I broke up, I was like very sure that even if when I am going to find the next partner, if I'm going to be in a relationship with someone, then I would find someone who will just not say, who will act. So I started prioritizing action over words. And yeah, I think it opened my eyes कि महानवी, बहुत लोग बहुत कुछ बोलते हैं, but until unless they are not acting upon those things, it just doesn't mean anything. So yeah, I think this is the thing that I learned after the heartbreak. And the second number thing, which is like very important, is that I became emotionally independent after the heartbreak. When you are in a relationship, you kind of depend so much on the other person. मैं तो बहुत हो गई थी. I don't know about others. I just became so emotionally dependent on him, because I was like, I remember he left the town, and even though we hadn't broken up at that point of time, but he left the town, and I was so devastated. मुझे लग रहा था जैसे मेरा पता नहीं कोई मेरा कोई बॉडी पार्ट सुन हो गया, या बहुत बहुत hollow shallow feeling थी वो, because I was totally dependent on him when it comes to emotions. I became so emotionally weak after he left the town, and I realized after the breakup that why I depended my happiness on him. Like, why? I mean, I should be responsible for my own happiness, own sadness. But क्या होता था कि मेरे अगर फैमिली में भी कुछ अच्छा हो रहा है, बट एंड इफ ही इज़ नॉट इन द टाउन, एंड इफ मेरा उसके साथ अच्छा नहीं चल रहा है, तो मैं फैमिली में भी इंजॉय नहीं कर पाती थी. एंड दैट शो दैट हाउ डिपेंडेंट आई वॉज ऑन हिम, एंड दैट शुडंट बी द केस. आई थिंक आई रियलाइज्ड नाउ कि मैं अगर किसी के साथ रिलेशनशिप में भी आती हूँ, आई हैव टू बी इंडिपेंडेंट. emotionally. When it comes to emotions and feelings, I think even if you love someone with all your heart, then also I think you should have a balance, when it comes to your emotions, feelings, and all of these things. Because god forbid if that person betrays you, if that person left you, then I think आप ऐसे नहीं होने चाहिए कि आप फंक्शन ही नहीं कर पा रहे हो एंड आपकी पूरी लाइफ उसके ऊपर डिपेंड थी, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. सो यू हैव टू मेक श्योर दैट यू आर बैलेंसिंग योर इमोशंस एंड यू आर नॉट emotionally completely dependent on him. So this is the thing that I realized only after heartbreak. And now even if I'm relationship with someone, then I make sure that I am responsible for my actions, I'm responsible for my own happiness, and he is responsible for his happiness. So yeah, this is the thing. Number 3 is that my goals, uh, as far as my goals are concerned, I think I have become more focused when it comes to my goals. Because when I was in a relationship, my whole energy used to be wasted, you can say wasted on him, what he's doing, what he's thinking, what is, and all of those things. Because that period was very difficult. So I wasn't prioritizing myself, I wasn't focusing on myself. And I realized after that period that I could have done so much, Mahanvi, I could have done so much. So my goals become clear. I used to write a lot. If my friends would be listening to me right now, I think one or two friends would know that I started writing a lot when I was going through this period. And I started writing my goals. Like होता है ना कि आप जब आपका ब्रेकअप होता है, आपको होता है कि now I have to be the better version of myself, I have to achieve this and that and show it to him, like all of that thing. Although you do it for yourself, but उस time पे वो दिमाग में आता है. So I started writing my goals, I started writing what I want in my partner and all of these things. So yeah, I think you become very clear what you want to achieve in your life. A clear picture comes इन योर हेड कि आपको अपने पार्टनर में क्या चाहिए, आपको आपके पार्टनर में क्या नहीं चाहिए, आपके गोल्स क्या है, व्हाट यू वांट टू डू इन योर लाइफ. बिकॉज यू हैव टू prioritize योर सेल्फ. आपको समझ में आता है दैट आई आपको उस वक्त लगता है कि मैंने इतना टाइम वेस्ट किया ऐसे पर्सन के ऊपर, आई कुड हैव डन सो मच. And you kind of start focusing on yourself, and when you start focusing on yourself, obviously you will think about your goals, your future plans, your career, and all of these things. And same thing happened with me. So that's why I say that I owe a lot, man. Because I realized what I want to do with my life after that heartbreak, because I wasn't focusing on myself earlier. So yeah, this is the thing. Next up is I realized who my true friends were. Obviously you, if you are going through a heartbreak, you would need good friends, right? जब आपका हार्ट ब्रेक होता है, आपको कोई चाहिए जो आपके साथ एम्पथाइज करे, आपकी सुने, आपको सिंपथी दे, आपकी लेट नाइट मैसेजेस एंड कॉल्स को रिप्लाई करे. सो या आई मीन आई एम रियली ग्रेटफुल दैट देयर वर 2-3 friends at that point of time who were by my side throughout that journey, throughout that period, and I'm still grateful to them. I always make sure कि मैं उनके साथ कनेक्टेड रहूं. एंड या इफ़ यू आर लिसनिंग राइट नाउ, थैंक यू सो मच गाइज. आई मीन आपको रियलाइज़ होता है, क्योंकि ऐसे वक्त में अगर आपके साथ कोई है, दैट मीन्स दे आर योर ट्रू ट्रू पीपल, दे आर योर ट्रू फ्रेंड्स. कुछ फ्रेंड्स होंगे आपका एक दिन फ़ोन उठाएंगे, 2 दिन फ़ोन उठाएंगे, तीसरे दिन आपको मैसेज का रिप्लाई करेंगे, बट इवेंचुअली दिल विल लाइक करे यार क्या अनॉय करती रहती है, इरिटेट करती है, रोती रहती है, मुझे नहीं सुनना, नेगेटिव करती है, ये सब चीज़ें फिर लोग बोलना स्टार्ट कर देते हैं. एंड तो इसलिए मैंने भी ये चीज़ें रियलाइज़ की कि कौन है जो कॉन्स्टेंटली मेरे साथ है और कौन है जिसने मेरा साथ बीच में ही छोड़ दिया. सो या यू काइंड ऑफ रियलाइज who your true friends are when you go through a heartbreak. So yeah, this is the thing that I also realized when I was going through a heartbreak. And next up is guys, when you go through a heartbreak, obviously उस वक्त आपको कुछ समझ में नहीं आता है, and you feel like life खत्म हो गई है यार, अभी कुछ नहीं बचा है. Because if I don't know about others, if I talk about myself, I was like totally dependent on him emotionally. And I was like yaar, what I'm gonna do in my life now, I love that person so much. And आप फंक्शन करना बंद कर जाते हो बहुत ज़्यादा, आप डिप्रेस्ड हो जाते हो, और आपको ये भी लगता है कि यार वो वापस आएगा, वो वापस आएगा, उसको रियलाइज़ होगा, या खुद को भी लगता है थिंग्स विल गेट बेटर एंड बेटर एंड ही माइट नॉट बी एबल टू लिव विदाउट यू. और इफ़ यू आर अ गाय, you think that she might not be able to live without you. But I realized that life just goes on. Life don't give a F अगर आप हो लाइफ में या नहीं हो लाइफ में, ओके। एंड मुझे भी ऐसी लगता था कि मैं नहीं रह पाऊंगी या वो नहीं रह पाएगा, ऑल ऑफ दैट थिंग। बट या लाइफ जस्ट गोज ऑन। आई थिंक लाइफ अभी चल रही है, इट्स बीन 4 years एंड लाइफ जस्ट नेवर स्टॉप्स फॉर एनी वन गाइज। आपकी लाइफ में कोई भी आपका लव्ड वन है, अगर वो चला जाता है, लाइफ नहीं रुकने वाली। So if you are listening to me right now and you have gone through a heartbreak, or if you are going through a heartbreak, trust me, it will pass. It will pass. I can't begin to explain you what suffering I have been through, but yeah, I think it's just you just heal with time. Life just goes on. So yeah, I just realized कि life किसी के लिए रुकती नहीं है, life चलती रहती है. So there is no point in making your health in danger. सोच के so yeah, this is the thing that I learned. And also guys, मैंने बहुत सी चीज़ें रियलाइज़ की। मैंने ये भी रियलाइज़ किया दैट बुक्स जो है, इफ़ आई टॉक अबाउट बुक्स, आपको अब पता होगा, जो लोग मुझे जानते हैं, दैट आई लव रीडिंग बुक्स। ऑल्दो हार्ट ब्रेक से पहले भी मैं बुक्स पढ़ती होती थी, बट आई यूज टू रीड novels. I used to read thrillers, stories, crime and romantic stories, all of that thing. But when I was going through heartbreak, I started reading self-help books, inspirational books, motivational books, and I cannot begin to tell you guys. I mean, books have literally changed my life, literally changed my perspective towards so many things, and I'm so grateful कि मैंने वो books पढ़ना start की, because at that point of time, although I had 2-3 friends by my side, but sometimes you want to spend time with your own self, and at that point of time, books were with me. So I used to find solace in books. And yeah, books has the power to get someone out of a bad situation. It just gives you a very different perspective towards so many things. So I started reading books, and yeah, I think they were with me throughout my journey, throughout my period, and this is the reason why I read so many books, because it really helped me heal at that point of time. So if you are also going through the same, I would highly suggest you to read some self-help books, guys. I mean, it really helped me a lot, at least. So yeah. And the next thing is, guys, I mean, you would find it very immature, but yeah, I just want to share it with you. Like, I became very patient after the heartbreak. I was a kind of person who used to text my ex, and who used to expect कि अभी मैंने टेक्स्ट किया, अभी मैंने कॉल किया, तो मुझे तुरंत रिप्लाई मिलना चाहिए, मुझे तुरंत मुझे कॉल बैक होना चाहिए। तो मैं बहुत ज़्यादा, बिकॉज ही वॉज आउट ऑफ टाउन एंड ही जस्ट लेफ्ट द टाउन। सो आप जब आप डिस्टेंस, आपका लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस हो जाता है, तो यू काइंड ऑफ स्टार्ट वरिंग अबाउट सो मेनी थिंग्स। आपके दिमाग में बहुत चीज़ें आती हैं। सो या, आई थिंक दीज थिंग्स यूज टू annoy him, and I think this is also one of the reason of a breakup sometimes, because you just expect your partner to reply you immediately, to call you back immediately. But after that period, I realized that how important it is to have patience in a relationship. I mean, you gotta have trust. Obviously, I had trust issues. You gotta have trust, and then you gotta have patience. If you are texting your partner, if you are calling your partner, if he's not replying you back, if he is not texting you back, I think now I understand his situation. और अब वो एक दिन भी ना करे, तो मैं समझती हूँ कि okay, this is the situation, this is the thing. But earlier I was very very impatient. So yeah, I mean, it was an immature thing, but yeah, I was of this kind. So yeah, I have improved this particular habit of mine. So yeah, these are the things that I have learned after breakup. Also guys, now I have a better perspective towards so many things. Now I know what I want in my partner, in my life, in my career. Like, I am very clear. But if you are not going, if you haven't been through a heartbreak, I mean, you might not understand these things. I would never want कि आप heartbreak आपका हो, but yes, I'm just telling you my story, my side of the story, that these are the things that I think I wouldn't have learned if I haven't been through a heartbreak. So yeah, I mean, bad experiences teaches you a lot, guys. I mean, even if I went through a very difficult period of time, but now I realize that, I have improved so much as a person. Now I have a better perspective towards so many things. I have become more resilient to big and small changes in my life. I have become independent emotionally. I do not depend my happiness on others. So yeah, all of these things you learn after heartbreak. But also, I'm again saying I would never want any of you to experience this. If you are in a relationship with someone, then just God bless you and may you be together. And yeah, guys, I hope you like this episode. Do let me know how you like it. I will see you in my next episode. Till then, please love yourself, take care of yourself, and bye bye. Lots of love.